Christopher Love.
I would like to say a few words about the greatest fall holiday of all, Halloween.
Halloween has a very long history, dating back close to 3,000 years. It began with the ancient Celts and the Druid religion. Celebrants of the earth god Samhain would have a harvest festival celebrating the bounty of a good harvest, one that would carry them through the winter. Part of the celebration was to ask Samhain for protection during those winter months, which these Iron Age people considered to be the dark half of the year. The dark half of the year is one of those things which makes sense in terms of their belief system. They felt that those evil dead that had passed over were more easily able to pierce the veil and return to the land of the living. And with that return, they might visit vengeance upon those people who they perceived had wronged them in life. Unfortunately, along with the spirits of the dead, would come other creatures from the nether regions. And those creatures would either do mischief or harm to the living. The Halloween we all know and love came into being over the last couple of centuries. It's the one with children in costume, trick-or-treating through the neighborhoods, asking us for treats at the door. It's the one with parties and costume contests and all of the joys that surround that lurking fear in the back of our minds of the great unknown. Much of what we enjoy about Halloween has its roots in folktales, legends, and stories, handed down over hundreds of years, sometimes thousands of years, all of which are meant to scare us just a little bit. In the spirit of All Hallows Eve, the ancient term for Halloween, I thought I would share with you a tale of terror from the Middle Ages. When people died back then, they were laid out in a mortuary on a board with a shroud, and coins were placed over their eyes. The coins were designed to keep evil spirits from possessing the bodies of the dead. In the case of wizards and witches, very powerful beings in life, they always put 1 copper and 1 silver coin out to cover the eyes. This was so that the combination of precious metals would ward off even the most powerful of evil spirits. Not everyone believed these stories, of course, and sometimes an opportunistic thief would enter the mortuary and avail himself of these coins. This is just the case one night when a thief, a hungry thief, entered and decided to avail himself of the coins over the eyes of a dead wizard. He reached out and he took a copper coin, which he then placed in his purse. But when he looked back, there was still a copper coin there and a silver coin. He was shocked, but not so shocked that he was willing to stop what he was doing. So he grabbed that silver coin, also putting it in his purse. Looking back, no surprise indeed, he found that there were still 2 coins. And he thought to himself, why, I have gotten myself bread and fine wine. Why should I stop there? And he decided that he should once again avail himself of a coin. And this time he decided that some meat would be good with his dinner and took another silver coin. Of course, there was no surprise at all when he looked back and found that there were still 2 coins present over the eyes of that dead wizard. And he decided that perhaps that copper coin would add a little dessert to the mix. And he put it in his purse. But when he looked back this time, there were no more coins on the purse of that, on the eyes of that dead wizard. In fact, he knew he had a purse full of coins, and he knew that those coins were very real. In fact, he could hear them rattling. But as he looked at the wizard, the eyes suddenly came open. This was too much even for a hardened thief, and he ran screaming into the night, dropping his purse as he went. The mortuary attendant, awakened by the screaming, came down and found the thief's purse on the floor. And when he opened it and dumped it out, there were only 2 coins in that purse, 1 silver and 1 copper, which he promptly placed back on the eyes of the dead wizard. In the spirit of all the wizards and witches who ever walked or will walk